working on your business and not in it. Steve here with the Janitorial Store, the channel where we help clean business owners scale their businesses with systems, tools, and resources. You know, this subject comes up quite often, and in fact I just seen it posted again in a Facebook group. You know, the person was asking about, you know, how they kind of break that chain of getting out of doing the cleaning and actually running their business. And you know, the one thing that we have to do in order to do that is that we have to have some kind of an organizational plan or chart. We have to know where we're taking our business. Now, all of us, whenever we first started our business, it was just ourselves. We were wearing all the hats. And, you know, I remember my first company, during that first year, that's exactly what I was doing. I was doing everything. I was doing the cleaning, I was doing the bookkeeping, I was doing everything, you know, sales, marketing. And in order for me to get out of that, what I had to do is I had to continue to get clients, obviously, but I also had to build a team. So what I first started to do is I started to get more clients. And once I got to where I was working about 6 hours a day cleaning, and then additional time with my bookkeeping and sales and everything else, I went ahead and hired a part-time person. Now, the real key to really building this is having the right people on the bus in the right seat. Now, you've probably heard that before, but that's so true. That's why, you know, when we're hiring people, let's take the time to have a good hiring system in place and make sure we check their references and make sure we're hiring the person that we need and not just the person to fill the seat. That's the first thing we have to do in order for us to get out of the cleaning and be able to run our business. But if we do that and we put them systems together and we keep on working on that to where we continually get clients, we've hired people, we trained them, we've put them in certain accounts, and things continue to run more and more smoothly, we need to hire more people, and then at some point we're going to have to hire an office person to help take care of the books and invoicing and things like that. So when that step comes, that's what we'll exactly do. Again, you know, we're not just going to hire anybody. We're going to make sure we get the right person, you know, on the bus and in the right seat. So the bookkeeper or the office admin person, they can do a number of different things. They can be answering the phones, they can do invoicing, they can do some inventory things, answering the phones, just a lot of things. In fact, if you train them right, you'll be able to get them to be able to quote prices over the phone too. But that's what we want to do. So now here we are, we're building this thing up, and let's say maybe at this time here, you know, maybe we're doing $250,000 in revenue. Well, again, you know, we have to look at our organizational chart to see where we're at and where we want to go. So if we're at 250 and we want to get to 500,000, look at our organizational chart to see exactly what positions we need to add in order to get to that next plateau. Once we do that, then it's just a matter, again, putting a plan in place and having the right people there, you know, so we can continue to hire people and start having these people take care of some of the tasks that I've been doing. So as we continue to grow, that's exactly what I did. I would eventually I'd have a lead person, and that lead person I was training them and helping them become a good supervisor if that's where they wanted to go. And that's one of the things that many people make as a mistake. They just hire people and they throw them into a position, but then they don't offer additional training. So when you do hire a supervisor, make sure you offer the training with them to be successful. Because once you get them in that position, that person is going to be helping you, maybe doing some hiring, obviously training and managing accounts and things like that there. Again, taking things off of your plate. And you have to be able to identify the tasks that you have to be taken off your plate in order for you to get to where you can just run the business. Now, when I'm talking about that, one thing that you can do is I have a time tracking strategy that you can use to where you track the tasks that you're doing. You make a list of those and you associate a time with them, and then you start labeling them A, B, C, D. And by doing that, it identifies the activities that you shouldn't be doing. So that's very, very helpful. By identifying those tasks that you shouldn't be doing, you're going to be able to delegate them, delete them, or defer them. And in most cases, you're just going to delegate them. So again, by doing that, that's taking us closer to where we're just going to be running the business. So in order to do that, again, we have to go back and look at our organizational chart, review the positions, make sure that we have the right people on the bus and the right seats, and then assigning them and giving them the tasks and responsibilities to help manage the business. And we can continue to do that. Now, at what point are you going to have? Will you be totally out of the cleaning? Well, maybe by that time you could be. If you're at 500,000, it all depends on how you managed your business. If you have the right people in place. Or maybe you're approaching the $1 million mark, 750, 1 million. Well, maybe that time, around about that time, you should be able to step back and be able to focus on building the business and working on the business, and rather than working in it. But it's just a matter of taking these progressive steps. And the thing is like I say, is that you have to have some goals in mind. You have to have these documented. It makes it so much easier when you do that. Like I say, so you can go to the download library of the Janitorial Store or My House Cleaning Biz, and there's organizational charts in the download library. That will really help you as far as what plateaus you're going to meet or go through as you continually build your business. And we also have some time tracker information there too. And if you do these things, you're going to see that it's going to be a lot helpful to you to get into that position where you're just running the business and not working in it. So again, stop by the Janitorial Store and My House Cleaning Biz. Wealth of information there on how to scale your business. And thanks again for checking in today. And remember, let's keep it clean out there.